Well, what an amazing month it has been for Jeunesse. Records have been happening all around the world. Great stories happening left, right and centre. And it's really very exciting to be part of this movement, which is Jeunesse Global. So guys, we're going to get started on this tonight's webinar. So let me just get everything here in order. There we go, just 1 minute. So hello everyone, my name is Lyndon Biernoff and I will be your presenter on tonight's weekly USA webinar. Tonight's webinar will take around 50 minutes, 55 minutes to complete. And to give you a little bit of a feel on what we're going to be talking about on the webinar, we're going to be covering a couple of things. What I know is that we do have mountains of entrepreneurs that come onto these incredible weekly webinars that want to hear about the whole story and whether or not you can make an assessment on whether this opportunity is something that's going to be worthy of your time and application. So we're going to cover information in 3 parts. Firstly, just to bring you up to speed with the industry. The industry has changed dramatically over the past few years. Secondly, to bring you up to speed with who is Jeunesse, who owns and runs the company, why are our products so fantastic, and lastly, how can you generate an income if you are entrepreneurially inclined. So we're going to get into tonight's webinar and get it all kick-started. And at the end of the webinar, if you have more questions, if you need more information, please get back to the person who invited you on the webinar tonight, and I'm sure they'll look after you magnificently. So guys, firstly, if you're an entrepreneur, and let's face it, everyone on this webinar tonight is, what you need to realize is that what we have before us with the Jeunesse opportunity, the vast majority of people that you can talk to already have an interest. I know that entrepreneurs don't like to have to sell ice to an Eskimo. That's difficult. But entrepreneurs love to be able to market and share information that people already have a genuine interest. And whether you realize it or not, 96% of people that are lying awake in bed tonight struggling to sleep are worrying about either health challenges or financial challenges, or most likely both. The dilemma that we have out there in the business world today is that times are tough. It doesn't matter what country you live in, whether it's the good old United States, whether it's Australia, whether it's any of the Asian countries, economies are all struggling. And most people are finding that even with a full-time job, making ends meet is difficult. In fact, in the United States, if we use that as an example, if the income stream were to stop in the average USA family, most American families have about 3 to 4 weeks disposable income before that income runs out. That's a very, very small financial margin to work with. The solution is obviously this great industry called network marketing. This is what we're calling the new age of business, and the great thing about network marketing is that you can make it anything that you want it to be. Whether you want something small, if you want a great hobby level of income that can cover the cost of your products with a few $100s left over at the end of the month, whether you want something bigger, whether you want something that's representative of a part or full-time career, or whether you've got huge goals and dreams, whether you're wanting to create something that is representative of something truly special, being able to earn what an NBA basketballer might earn, being able to earn what a corporate CEO might earn, that can also be achieved in this industry. You just choose what level of time you want to put in that's reflective of what you're wanting to get out. It's a very, very flexible industry. And network marketing is also incredibly robust. We've all gone through this horrible global financial crisis. Some people might even say we're still in that crisis. But if you look at the broader business community, very few businesses came through the GFC unscathed. The interesting thing with network marketing is that it's an industry that grows very well during good financial times, but actually thrives during the bad financial times. It's a very, very robust industry. And we're going through a boom, a huge boom. In fact, If you look at the statistics with network marketing, over the last 80 to 100 years, around 200 million people came into the industry over the last 80 to 100 years. That number is expected to happen again just over the next 10 years. And the boom is already happening. If you think about the street that you live in or the apartment block that you live in, every sixth residence in the United States is already represented by a home-based business. That's talking about huge numbers, and the sales figures are really dramatic. And this is one of the reasons why some of the world's best pieces of popular financial press are not only endorsing network marketing, they're giving it glowing praise. This is an article from the Wall Street Journal, who wrote a 32-page article a few years ago with some very provocative language. It called network marketing the ultimate social business model. Why now is prime time for direct selling. It really is causing a lot of people to stand up and take note, including some of the world's best entrepreneurial minds. People like Donald Trump and Richard Branson both started their own network marketing company. If you're a reader and you've read Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki recommends that every person be leveraged with a network marketing company, or every family, I should say. Bill Gates went on record as saying that his first preference was computers, and if he wasn't part of that industry, his plan B was network marketing. The world's richest man, depending on what day of the week it is Warren Buffett. I mean, wouldn't you like to have this guy's economic crystal ball? He invests with such surprising accuracy, it's created, you know, a massive worldwide fortune. Well, he's gone on record as saying that cash on cash return, this industry has been the best investment that he's ever made. Probably the reason why he has financial interests in many network marketing companies, and even some that he owns outright. He even tried to buy Avon for around 14 billion US dollars almost 2 years ago. So he's obviously not investing in this industry because he's thinking he's going to lose money. He's investing in this industry because he knows the future, and the growth pattern of network marketing is very much on the up. If we look at a lot of the companies that are marketing some of their brands and services in the industry, this is all new. This has all happened in the last 10 or 15 years. You know, network marketing has really come of age. It's probably one of the reasons too why now we're starting to see a trend towards universities providing degree courses now for network marketing. If we have a look at some of these companies, none of those that I'm aware of in the last 10 to 15 or beyond the last 10 to 15 years use this business model, but they all are now, which is very, very exciting. The biggest demographic that governs trends is the baby boomers. And if we think of baby boomers right now, they're in their retirement years, they're in that retirement window. Most are not thrilled with what happened with their retirement fund on the back end of the GFC. And if they can restore that to a little bit more of a healthier position, they're thrilled. But they want to enjoy retirement, looking and feeling their best, being vibrant, and truly making the most of their golden years. So guys, when you put all this information together, it really does give a compelling tick of approval for network marketing. But guys, I want to give you a little bit about my background. I haven't properly introduced myself as yet. I am a double diamond with Jeunesse Global. I started building the business a little bit over 3 years ago and have had an incredible level of success in that time. But my career started as a teenager. Right now, I've had 28 years experience in network marketing. I've only ever built with 2 other companies, you know, prior to Jeunesse. In fact, I retired at 38 years of age, having achieved all of my financial goals and dreams through this industry. But I got into the industry at a time of necessity. In fact, it was my mentor who started me as a network marketer. That was my mum. My mum joined the ranks of network marketing back in the 70s. Did so at a very difficult time with my family. My father passed away, and my mum was left with the burden of bringing up 3 children on her own, and also had to fend off the bank who was trying to take our house away. And when she found the network marketing industry. She was able to pay off the house within 4 years and also earn a great level of income where she could put her 3 children through the very best of private schools. So for me, when I left high school and went to university to do a science degree, I very quickly realised that network marketing was going to be a much better future for me than my science degree. My friends at the time thought I was insane. Most of my family wanted to disown me because I was going to be the only person in the family who didn't end up getting a university degree. But 28 years later, it's proven to be the very best decision that I could have ever made. So for me, after I spent 25 years with 2 great network marketing companies and decided to retire, the only thing that would bring a 38-year-old out of retirement was to have the ultimate experience. So guys, what is the ultimate experience in network marketing? It's you being in that perfect storm where you have the ability to earn your fair market worth. Guys, when you look at the top 100 income earners in the world, the most common reason that they reached that level of income was that they all, 90% of them, pioneered with a future billion-dollar company. The New Skins, the Amways, the Herbalifes, etc. If you can find that company and if you can build as a visionary in the beginning, that's where you can earn your maximum income potential. One of the very few things that I was never able to do in network marketing, I've certainly earned upwards of $1 million a year on a repetitive basis, but never something stratospheric. So I spent a 3-year period assessing the industry, looking at what I thought were the top 20 companies that were less than 5 years of age, and I hopped on an aeroplane over and over and over again, flew to the United States to meet owners, to look at operations, to find what I thought would be the next billion-dollar brand. They only come along every 7 or 8 years, and eventually I did find that company. That company is Jeunesse Global. So let's have a look at some of the features that I was looking for to find that next billion-dollar brand. Firstly, the product theme. The biggest product theme in network marketing and in the world of business today is anti-aging. There's very few people that are looking forward to getting old and ugly, and people are willing to spend a lot of money to look and feel their best. In fact, people are prepared to spend 5 times as much money on their appearance as even what they will spend on their health. If we look at the network marketing industry directly, the 3 biggest product categories by way of sales is number 3, weight loss, number 2, nutrition, and number 1, by a long margin, is skincare. In fact, skincare is bigger than every other product category combined. And the reason for that is that 80% of all people who participate in this industry are women. Women love to talk about skincare, and it's been the number 1 product category for every year that this industry has been in existence, almost 100 years. Now that's a precedent, if there ever was one. So looking at all of those facts and figures, when I found Jeunesse Global, I could see that they were going to become the next billion-dollar brand. And guys, I only joined a bit over 3 years ago, and this year, Jeunesse will hit that milestone, I believe, of not only being the next billion-dollar brand, one of these companies that comes along only every 7 or 8 years, but it will most likely be the fastest company in history to have achieved that mark. Incredible when it's just a 6-year-old company. So let's have a look at the company. Well, it's unusual because it has no shareholders. It has no debt, no investors. It's a privately owned family company that leads in product innovation. We don't only have the right products in all of the top 3 categories, weight loss, nutrition, and our primary focus, skincare, but all of our products are fresh and new. We're not duplicating products that are already available on the marketplace. We're firmly established internationally in over 100 countries, and our products have global mass market appeal. And that's important because there are some product ranges that are popular in Australia, that are popular in the United States, but not so popular in Thailand, Taiwan, or China. If we think about weight loss, for instance, it is a niche with product range with countries that really have an issue with obesity. But there are most countries in the world don't have an issue with obesity. and that product range is not as popular. When we look at skincare, whether you're Russian or American, whether you're black, whether you're white, whether you're Christian or you're Muslim, or whether you're rich or whether you're poor, it has global mass market appeal. It's one of the only product ranges that really has no boundaries. And I find that very exciting. So let's look at what's happened with my journey. I started back in 2012. Jeunesse was only 24 months old. We hit 65 million in sales at the end of our second year. That rocketed us into the Global 100 list at company number 82. We exceeded that in year 3. We did 120 million in sales and stepped up to company number 78 in the world. In year 4, we stepped up again with 257 million in sales and had this huge jump, probably the biggest in history, 32 positions from company number 78 right up to 46. In year 5, we do 420 million, and year 6, well, we have to wait till the end of the year, but I think we're going to hit that $1 billion mark. In fact, just in February alone, we did 65 million in sales just for the month, the shortest month of the year, with numbers of new distributors coming in that were just incredible, huge numbers. Now, these figures have already been exceeded. You know, Jeunesse has done 80 million in sales for the month since then. You start multiplying these numbers, you can certainly see just how big Jeunesse is getting very, very quickly. And in fact, if you look at a lot of the industry recognition that Jeunesse has achieved, it's impressive. I mean, Jeunesse has been recognized as the fastest privately owned network marketing company in the United States, the #1 company on that Inc. 500 list. Jeunesse has won the Rising Star Award. That's given by the Direct Selling Association to the best network marketing company globally that's less than 5 years of age. Wendy Lewis, one of the CEOs of Jeunesse, has won the Businesswoman of the Year with the American Business Awards. And we have more business Oscars, the Telly and Stevie Awards, that we have shelf space to put them all on. And Jeunesse is also, or our Wendy Lewis has also been recognized in the top 20 most influential women in network marketing repeatedly. In fact, our founders are amazing, and a company can only be as strong as how well it's being led. Wendy and Randy, the owners and CEOs of Jeunesse, they're like family to everyone. These are two guys that have only ever failed in life at one thing, and that's retirement. They've tried a number of times. They weren't able to pull it off because they love being entrepreneurs. That's what really gets them excited. So they set a goal 10 years ago of being able to create the most incredible network marketing company where the average person can do extraordinary things. And you know what? I think they've achieved that. Randy Ray himself has been recognized as Florida Businessman of the Year multiple times. His rags to riches story is nothing short of spectacular. So I'm very proud, you know, to represent them in the business because they do such a great job in providing a great business for us all in Jeunesse. But they're both around 70 years of age, and so looking forward to the future, it's great to know we've got a great legacy of leadership coming up behind Wendy and Randy. Scott Lewis, the CVO at Jeunesse, would without doubt be the best corporate executive that I've ever worked with in my 28 years. And boy, oh boy, he really embodies the image of Jeunesse, you know, which is, you know, Generation Young. Just amazing. But why is Jeunesse taking the world by storm? What's the #1 reason? What's the real hot point? Well, guys, it comes back to the product. See, for me, when I was ridiculed as a 17-year-old leaving university to become a network marketer, I joined a company that had such incredible products that people would buy them regardless of how they were being marketed. The key is providing people with products that develop an emotional response with the end user. That creates loyalty, which in turn will create residual income for a long, long time. See, I haven't enrolled anyone in my first company for 15 years. Sadly, this year will be the first year in 28 years that that company will pay me less than $100,000 in residual income for the year. The reason for that is that I've got so many people that I enrolled in the late 80s, early 90s, late 90s, that just keep buying these products month after month because they love them, regardless of whether they're building a business. And that's what we have with Jeunesse. We've got products that are so fantastic that people would buy them regardless of how they're being marketed. And for me, when I saw an ABC News report in Los Angeles talking about this incredible doctor, Dr. Nathan Newman, who developed and pioneered cutting-edge stem cell technology, where he could grow stem cells outside of the body for reconstructive work, I was blown away because he found that there was an element or chemicals that were produced by stem cells that could have great application within skincare. Now, Dr. Nathan Newman is amazing. I mean, he's actually performed a lot of his stem cell techniques that don't require anesthesia, don't require a scalpel. And on television talk shows, like Oprah, he is a big deal, in the United States. He has a huge A-list clientele, and he exclusively makes our skincare products for Jeunesse, the full Luminesse range. Think about that as an entrepreneur. If you have the ability to market the first adult-derived stem cell cosmetic line in the world today, do you think that's conversational? Do you think that's going to be of interest to other people? Well, absolutely, and that's one of the main reasons that Jeunesse has grown so rapidly. So just to put it all in perspective, what we have with our Luminesse product range that I'll talk about in a moment is not products that are full of stem cells. In fact, there's no stem cells in these products whatsoever. What is used as the active component within these cosmetic products are the chemicals, the growth factors that stem cells produce. There are over 200 of them altogether, and whereas our stem cells are unique only to the person they've come from, the growth factors, the chemical language that stem cells use to communicate within the body so that they know what type of cell they need to become, they're biochemically identical to every single person on the planet. Just as identical as the carbon dioxide that we're all exhaling as you're listening to this webinar tonight. So we're the only company on the marketplace that provides a skincare range with the whole gamut of growth factors, 200 plus. So this is what our range looks like, developed by Dr. Nathan Newman, our Luminesse range, an incredible range of products, which is championed by our cellular rejuvenation serum. This is our cornerstone product within the Jeunesse range. This serum is magical because of its potency. Most serums have a potency of less than 5% active component. Well, ours is 85%. And that active component is the stem cell growth factors that create a cascade of results in the body. Firstly, we see an explosion of collagen and elastin being formed. We see a lessening of fine lines and wrinkles, improved hydration. We see a more uniform surface texture and color. But most importantly, we see an explosion of new skin cells forming beneath the surface of the skin, giving a full effect and also driving peripheral circulation. Now, when you pair it up with the supporting cast of products within the Luminesse range, the results are simply enhanced. We have the Night Repair Cream, uses the same stem cell media base, but it also has a DNA repair complex to expedite healing of cells that have been damaged through UVA, UVB light exposure. This takes place, while we're sleeping. Also, it has a range of nutraceuticals that dramatically improve hydration. In fact, your skin is hydrated by almost 100% in just the period of a fortnight. Our daily moisturizer is very, very light. It has a 30 SPF built into it. In fact, it's so light it can be used underneath makeup. Great preventative. We have the Youth Restoring Cleanser. This is what I call a hyper cleanser. This product almost works too good. Not only does it remove dirt and oils from the surface of the skin, it also penetrates into the skin and encourages cellular detoxification, encouraging the most toxic skin cells on our body, obviously found on the face, to purge and release toxins and waste. For some people in their first week, it works so well that they may experience a little bit of flushing, a little bit of redness, before that settles down perfectly. We had the Essential Body Renewal, which is a bit of a combo of the serum, day cream, night cream, all rolled into one. This is all over luxury for the entire body. And lastly, our cult product, which is the Ultimate Lifting Mask, one of the few products that is fully vegetable based. In fact, it uses some very potent polysaccharides that are extracted from some rare South American herbs from Peru. When this is placed on the face, and there's probably 10 or 12 applications in every tube, so it's quite inexpensive, and combining the stem cell growth factors, it can have a dramatic effect with reducing someone's appearance or visual appearance by 5 to 10 years just after one single application. Very important to take your before and after pictures using your smartphone when you use this for the first time. You will be impressed. So what does science say about the skincare industry in general? Well, truthfully, it's not that complimentary. In fact, when science actually tests skincare ranges, it finds that 80 to 90% of skincare ranges are pure placebo or may even have mild negative effects. The great thing about Jeunesse's products is that we use one of the top 2 cosmetic testing laboratories in the United States, and the results that we've returned are nothing short of astounding. This clinic will use, or this laboratory will use, intricate topographical facial mapping. That's where participants' faces are placed into a computer that will measure intricate details, the prevalence of spots, the size of pores, and wrinkles and texture. So we can see that on screen, SPWT. And this example, or one of the participants, you can see the results that were turned after just a month, and using the full Luminesse range, put it right up into the top 90 percentile. This is all being able to be measured and validated. So let's have a look at some great before and after results. I've actually met all of these people, bar I think 2. It's great seeing what can happen. Here is a great example. I think this lady is just a little bit happier on the right-hand side of the screen than the left. She's just had an explosion of new tissue beneath the surface of the skin. It's given her skin that fuller effect. Here we can see improved collagen, elastin, what happens with improvement of skin texture. And it doesn't matter what type of skin. I travel the world, Africa, Asia. Doesn't matter what type of skin, there's always going to be a great improvement. Also with healing, this is a nasty scalding burn from boiling water under the chin. 7 days, such an amazing result just in such a short space of time. And you can use the Luminesse products on other areas of the body rather than just the face. Here we've got a nasty inflammation, on the legs, the space of 1 month, a dramatic turnaround. I think this guy's self-esteem, right-hand side of screen, a little bit higher than the left-hand side. And this is what we call the ultimate skeptics test. This is where you can do a real-life, real-time experiment to actually prove how well these products work on your skin. So pick whichever is your favorite hand, apply the full Luminesse range on the back of that hand for a month, and have a look at the difference. You can compare those 2 hands. Now for this lady, the difference is subtle. She's in her 70s. You can see on the left-hand side of screen the tightness of her skin around her knuckles and joints. You can see the skin is far looser on the left-hand side than the Luminesse side. But also you can see her bone structure is more visible, her aging spots are more visible. Amazing when you look at the difference with someone of that age. But let me show you a younger person. Now this is the same person, her 2 hands, but just have a look at the difference. This is after just 7 days. You'd swear they were 2 hands from 2 different people. These products work incredibly, whether it's skin blotches, an amazing result just after 35 days, whether it's just common expression lines and wrinkles. This lady's a very successful businesswoman who used one of the world's best brands and had for, I believe, 20 years, spending $500, $600, $700 a month on skincare products. This was her result after just 10 days. Now she spends half of what she spent before and gets a much, much better result. The fastest growing area of skincare usage is with men. Here we can see, a gentleman who's had a great result over just a period of a few weeks, and you can see that change happening bit by bit by bit. This is one of my very best friends, known him since high school. He suffered from a horrible case of cystic acne 25 years ago that created scarring that was equivalent to third-degree burns. 25 years on, he found Luminous. 45 days after he started, he had a 30% improvement with his scarring. What I love about this story is that when Scott's mum saw him for the first time after 6 months, she just broke down in tears crying because she knew how much of an emotional burden his appearance had caused him over the years. The extra special thing about this story is that Scott is now a Sapphire Director here in Australia. In fact, he hosts some of the Brisbane and Gold Coast meetings. When people see his before and after shot, they don't need any convincing about how great these Luminous products are. With injuries, this is a performer that I met in South Africa a few weeks ago. Nasty scar, not the sort of look that you want in the public eye, and her result with making that scar go away, amazing. Again, just over weeks. This is what the mask looks like when you peel it off. It comes off in like a thin latex film. And this is testimony of the year last year. I got to meet Lynn Flaherty from Dallas. Lynn, if you're on the webinar tonight, want to say hi. She was a Mary Kay distributor of 25 years, started using the Luminous range, and this was her result after just 60 days. Of course, now she is a Jeunesse distributor, and why wouldn't you, with an incredible result like that? But no, you don't have to have terrible skin issues to use skincare products. The majority of people who use nutritional products are already healthy. I want to stay that way. The majority of people who use skincare products already have pretty good skin, but it's a look that they want to maintain and foster for life. People want to look and feel their best. So I love just as much the subtle differences that people get with their skin as some of the more dramatic. But how about this? Instantly Ageless, hasn't this caused a storm? I mean, it's being touted as potentially being the biggest selling product in network marketing history, or biggest selling individual product. And that may be the case. Since this has been released in the United States late last year, we've seen the US market grow by more than 5-fold in that time. In Australia, just last month alone, when it was released in our market just through convention packs, we saw the Australian market double in 30 days. This is the story happening globally. People are impatient. We live, in a instant society, and if we can get instant gratification with improvement with our appearance, and it doesn't cost the world to do so, people are willing to do it and do it en masse. We're seeing results with removing eye bags and wrinkles that have turned the internet world into a spin. There are dozens of YouTube videos that have generated millions and millions and millions of views, with people fascinated to find out where they can get this miracle product. And it's really created an incredible perfect storm for Jeunesse, because the interest of people coming into this business has just been extreme. We're being featured in a lot of the world's media, both in the print media, Vogue magazine to Cosmo, through to TV, radio, etc. None of these have been paid endorsements. It's pure curiosity from the media based on the results and science of our products. But let's move into the next range of products that we have, because we also cover nutrition. Our nutritional range is based around what's called a youth enhancement system, looking at as many scientifically accepted angles of attacking aging as possible and rolling them all into one. Our second superstar doctor at Jeunesse is Dr. Vincent Giampapa. Now, this guy is nothing short of legendary. In the medical world, well, he's really the Michael Jordan of the anti-aging world. He was recognized this year with a nomination for the Nobel Prize for Medicine. He is the author of the New York bestseller, The Gene Makeover. He's been a consultant for NASA, and he's probably one of the world's most revered anti-aging doctors. In fact, if you have watched the Science Channel with Professor Stephen Hawking, the world's smartest man, when he interviewed who he thought was the world expert on stem cell technology and anti-aging. He interviewed this guy, Dr. Vincent Giampapa. And have a look at his picture there for a moment. I mean, Dr. Giampapa is actually in his mid-60s, and that is a fairly current photograph. So amazing to see that not only is he talking the talk, but also walking the walk. And this is his signature product, the AM and PM Essentials. It goes past providing just vitamins and minerals and cofactors, probiotics, etc. It is a product that contains 80 to 90 ingredients from a whole range of natural extracts and nutraceuticals, but it helps to stimulate genetic nutrition. This is at the forefront of the nutritional world today. What ingredients in this product will do will stimulate the production of more stem cells in the body. It will also work at stimulating the genes that govern how fast the body ages. It'll work on being able to repair DNA that becomes damaged in the body, and also will stimulate your chromosomes to create healthier telomeres or caps on the end of those chromosomes so that your tissue can replace itself perfectly, for longer. So it really is science to the extreme. Our most popular product within our range is also the best tasting. It is called Reserve. Reserve is an antioxidant complex that utilizes all sorts of different superfruits, from pomegranate to acai berry, but its main ingredient is resveratrol. Now, we all know that resveratrol is good for you. It's one of the excuses as to why I enjoy a nice glass of red wine on a regular occasion, but the better way to get your resveratrol is not from grapes, but actually from mulberry. Mulberry is 10 times more potent, and it's used as the signature ingredient in these little gel-based sachets. Tastes fantastic, readily absorbed, and in fact, Harvard Medical School calls it a modern miracle. 60 Minutes calls it so newsworthy it's been on there multiple times. And if you're a science buff, if you go to pubmed.com, the world's biggest medical database, there is over 5,000 published studies on resveratrol. Finity is our most premium nutritional product, and this product is all based around incredible Nobel Prize winning research from a research team that was able to establish how you can immortalize a single human cell. In fact, the lead researcher was a professor from Australia, Professor Elizabeth Blackburn, and she found that if you could stimulate the production of an enzyme called telomerase, that cells could be so healthy they would resist disease and replace themselves almost indefinitely. Now, that enzyme can be stimulated from a rare molecule that's found in a Chinese herb called astragalus. A pharmaceutical company called TA Sciences led the way with the research and the manufacture and the development of that molecule in a supplemental form called TA65. And recently, Jeunesse earned the rights, exclusive rights, to market that product to the world globally in the network marketing arena. So we have an incredible product called Finity, the only product in the network marketing arena that has that TA65, and it is incredibly cutting edge. If we move now into the area of weight loss, the number 3 product category, we've pioneered an incredible weight loss range called the Zen Body Program. Now, the Zen Body Program is different. Most weight loss programs work on calorie restriction by getting you to replace 1, 2, or 3 meals a day with a shake. The only problem is, how long can you be shake obsessed? Do you know, being human, the number 1 pleasure in life is not sex, it's actually eating. Eating is absolutely our number 1 pleasure in life. So if you have a weight loss program that disrespects the number 1 pleasure in life, if that disrespects our humanity, well, it's never going to work long term. And in fact, that's what science shows, that after 5 years of people going on a shake replacement diet, everyone puts on more weight than what they lost. So what we have with Zen is that we don't replace meals. This is used in addition to healthy eating, and we have ingredients within the product that helps to manage our appetite response. In fact, the production of a hormone called leptin. So it's very, very easy to use. It can be used long term with great results, and people are absolutely thrilled. In fact, we're seeing results left, right, and center of people losing healthily weight and looking and feeling their best. So we look at the range of products that we have with Jeunesse, a lot to get excited about. It is an incredible range. Nothing that we have is boring or uninteresting. They're all groundbreaking conversational products. So great to see. So let's have a look at what we can do with regards to generating an income. Well, we know that network marketing is popular, but at Jeunesse, we're booming. We are growing like no company has ever seen before. So how do you get on board? How do you get involved? Well, if you're super conservative and you want to just test drive the products and tread carefully, whoever has invited you on this webinar tonight, you can purchase any of the products at retail and try them out and see whether you're just as thrilled with them as what I am. But if you want to buy them at a better price, the smart way is to become a member. In the US, it costs $49.95 to join. That includes a great business kit, and you can buy any of our products at full wholesale, which saves you about a 65% markup from wholesale to retail. In fact, on many products, you're saving more than $49, that joining fee each and every purchase. But you can take it a step further, because if you not only want to buy the products at wholesale, but share them with others, you can take advantage of the business plan. And tonight, what I'm going to do is not make you an expert on the business plan, but to certainly get across how lucrative it is if you decide to get involved. There are 6 different income streams altogether. The first is simple. It's retail. So if you've been involved in Party Plan in the past, maybe you've had a clinic or a beauty studio. If you buy our most popular product, the serum, which is $83 in the United States, its retail is $134. You've got a $50 markup with each serum that you sell. So if you're selling a few each week, or maybe 1 or 2 each working day, that can be tens of thousands of dollars of profit each year. But if you're like me, I don't like retailing. Retailing is short-term upfront income. I like more of the residual income. So I like to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to enroll. I can maintain that customer relationship for the long term. And so for every person that I enroll with that $49 joining fee, they have the opportunity to buy a product pack. Now, these product packs will start from the basic pack, which is really for people that are product curious, right up to the ambassador pack, which is really for people that are business serious, and you earn a instant customer acquisition bonus of between $25 up to $250. So think about that in your first month. If you're simply enrolling, 5 or 10 people out of your warm market, your circle of influence, that can generate a 4-figure commission just in your very, very first month. That happens quite often. But let's have a look at the more residual side of income. Team commissions are amazing. You can earn a commission on the collective buying power of you and every single person that's part of your team. It's a very simple structure at Jeunesse, just 2 teams, a left team and a right team, or a team 1, team 2. When the collective buying power of you and every single person within your group, down to infinite levels, hits that magic number of 900 points of purchase, where you've got at least a third of those points, 300 on one of your 2 teams, you get an instant $35 team commission. Now, in each week, you can earn a maximum of 750 of these team commissions. That's $26,250. And the cool thing is, if you go above those team commissions, I do probably close to 2,000 team commissions, in any week. Anything above the $26,250 is immediately credited to your following week. That is the ultimate in residual income. But the best of the best is matching bonuses. You can earn a match on the team commissions of every single person you enroll. All you need to do is to get to the level of Jade. You can see the Jade on the ranks there on screen. To get to Jade, it's just 4 executives that you enroll. Pearl is 8, Sapphire is 12, and then you get 2 generations, then 3 generations. And these matches can add up significantly. So if we have a look at this, they can go down to 7 generations in all if you get to the level of double diamond. But for every single person you personally enroll, that's a 20% match. Now think of it, if you were to enroll someone that goes on to significantly build the business, just how much income that you can earn. Guys, giving you my example, I've enrolled about 90 people altogether. And in turn, those 90 people have gone out and built the business, some more than others. But in the space of 3 years, that's helped me build an organization of 175,000 people all around the world. And just imagine the matching bonus that I can earn on each person I've personally enrolled. I mean, imagine if you enrolled me. If I maxed at $26,250 per week, multiply that by 20%. You know, you're earning over $5,000 every week just on the match of me. It really is quite significant. And it encourages people to step out of their comfort zone and go and find great people to enroll. This pay plan rewards you incredibly to do so. Now, if you want to supercharge your matches, just simply go out and enroll some customers as well. If you have 5 customers in your business, these are people that never enroll anyone else themselves. They just simply buy the products for themselves. You get an extra 5% with 5 customers, an extra 10% with 10 customers. So rather than 20% on your personally enrolled, you get 30. I like that number a lot better. If your goal is to build huge, if you're not wanting career-sized income or hobby-sized income, you want big-time income, this is the party that you want to become part of. It's the Diamond Bonus Pool Party. If you can get into the Diamond Bonus Pool, you become an equity shareholder in Jeunesse, because 3% of Jeunesse's overall sales are shared on a pro rata basis with all of the diamonds in Jeunesse all around the world. In fact, these diamond pool bonuses can be in excess of $100,000 a quarter on top of your commission, depending on your size of business. Really is amazing. We are global. Our footprint is massive. You can build a business from Nigeria to Bolivia, from Russia to the Philippines. We're presently in over 115 marketplaces around the world, with offices in around 25 countries. We are tech savvy too, so if you want to take your business mobile, we've got some great tools that you can use with your iPhones, iPads. The J Builder system is a great tool to use as well. And we also are the ultimate lifestyle company. In next week, I'll be heading off to Tahiti with my family for my 3rd diamond experience. This is a holiday worth tens of thousands of dollars that every diamond earns each year as a holiday bonus. But besides that, there are multiple events and conventions that people at any level in the business can achieve partly or fully paid. We're also a great philanthropic company. We love to give back to the community. So we've teamed up with Free the Children to be able to provide funds and food to children in need all around the world, bolstering communities and helping children in their most vulnerable. In fact, to this date, we've provided over 10 million meals to children in need, from Tacloban in the Philippines to even the Syrian refugees. So what are your steps to get started with Jeunesse? Well, you're crazy not to enroll. Once you've enrolled, choose the sign-up pack that suits your needs the best. So if you're just more product curious, start with the small pack. If you are business serious, then think about getting the ambassador pack. Make sure that you're buying product each month. If you have one product purchase totaling 60 points, all of your team volume will carry through month after month after month and will be banked until you earn a commission. So you want to become an executive quickly and simply show as many other people how to do exactly the same thing. We are the full package. We are the real deal. We've got products that not only people need, they want them already. We're global. We're a business that works in every type of economy, and it's a perfect way to help other people. with their health, their self-esteem, their lifestyle, helping to provide a new opportunity for people. It really is what I think is the best and most perfect opportunity that I've seen over the last decade. So guys, I really hope you're as impressed with what you've heard tonight as what Simon is. If you are impressed, these are 10 very simple things that I see that lead me to identifying leaders in network marketing. Are you a decision maker? If you've loved what you've heard tonight, get back in touch with the person who's invited you and make a strong decision to move forward. A great sign of leadership. Secondly, make sure that you establish your target goal, whether it be small or medium or large, and then establish a level of time that is in balance with what you're wanting to achieve. If you want to build a hobby-sized career, it's just a few hours of effort per week. If you want to build a diamond-style business, this needs to become your obsession. Understand what your job description is. You're not a salesperson as a network marketer. You're a highly paid storyteller. And so if you can get the message, the full story of Jeunesse across efficiently and passionately, people will want to join you. And so you need to have a list to be able to share the stories too. And I try to focus on entrepreneurial people that have been involved in the industry before, people that have been involved in small business, people that have been involved in careers centered around health, beauty, or fitness, people that are involved in careers around sales, or just people that have influence in the community. It might be a stay-at-home mum that manages a local sporting team or church association, or it might be someone in a respected career like a physiotherapist or an accountant. Learn what to say. Make sure your story is interesting and role play with someone that you know in Jeunesse that is getting some success. You need to make sure that you cover who Jeunesse is, why our products are so fantastic, why the timing is great with the Jeunesse business, and lastly, why you're excited. Think about covering those 4 things. Don't build a business on your own. You'll most likely fail. If you can build with a community of other leaders, you're far more likely to succeed. So team players succeed, and use the system. These webinars happen multiple times each week, all around the world. You've got some great tools, local events, training seminars that you can get involved with. Use the system. It really does help. And make sure that you're a product of the product. Your biggest influence to have someone else enroll is whether they believe you and trust you. Whether you can show them that you're going to be with them for the long term and you're going to be an asset for them to achieve their dreams. And lastly, the most important thing is be audacious enough to dare to dream. And why wouldn't you with this compensation plan? If you can enroll one person, and that person, if they become a diamond, it can generate an income stream of hundreds of thousands of dollars for you just through one conversation. Why wouldn't you talk with that level of intensity and belief with every single person that you talk to? That's really the X factor of a top-line networker. They're audacious, they dream big, and they always put into place best work practice where the ultimate outcome is always possible. They don't compromise. So guys, I really hope that you've all enjoyed tonight's webinar. I've tried to give you as much information as I possibly could in the time allowed. If you've loved what you heard, please get back to the person that's invited you. Come and join this great movement, which is Jeunesse Global. And until next week, go out there and live Jeunesse and change some lives. Thank you.